morning. As you know, I'm celebrating the whole month of February. With Discombobulator's 30th anniversary. And I'm doing this in the morning so I can get this one out. This one's kind of hard. When I was real young, all I could remember was being told that I was nothing, I was nobody. From being called out of my name, called big lip bastard, all kinds of different things when I was a young boy. And this stuff is important because even though I talk a lot about being one of the first two artists out of Philly to actually own and operate their own record label, Schoolie D being the other guy, even though I talk about it a lot, it didn't come easy. I because of the verbal abuses that I had when I was a young boy, even though I was rapping, in my teens, and I ended up getting out, got out of high school, I still had a lot of low self-esteem. And, there was a lot of things that I believed that I just couldn't do because I was always told that I couldn't do anything. So, one interesting night on the upside is what happened one night. First of all, I was out of the rap group that I was in. I was no longer in. And I was dating this girl. It was Christmas Eve and she wanted to go to this party. But it was given by the rap group that I was in, and I didn't want to go. And so I wanted her to stay home with me on Christmas Eve, but she didn't. And we were pretty much at the end of our relationship. And somewhere near the end of our relationship, I had met this girl. And so the girl I was going with, she went to a party. And I got a phone call from another friend of mine. And, she said, "You sound down. What's up? I'm coming by." So she came by. And at the time, I was 21 years old and I didn't know how to drive. As a matter of fact, the whole thought of driving was terrifying. So she came over and she asked me could I drive, and I said, "No, nah, not me." I mean, when I would think about driving, I remember being in my dad's car and I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I'm looking over at my dad watching him drive. And I'm like, man, oh my God, that's impossible. Like he's got his hands on the steering wheel, he's got a foot doing something over here, he's got like, and then he goes and touches oh my God, don't touch the radio, you're driving. I used to be freaking out, like driving just terrified me. So this night, this girl said, "Look, man, you gonna learn how to drive tonight." And it was crazy. Like I got in the car, I step on the gas, and man, the car's moving, and I'm like losing my mind. I'm like moving the car, and I mean, man, in about a half an hour, I'm driving all around the bottom. Like it was crazy. So this girl, she taught me how to drive. Her name was Tammy, and Tammy Fletcher, and she basically, it's crazy because she gave me confidence in something that I thought I could never do. And that was the day I decided that the only thing between me and the things that I wanted was fear. Because I believed that I couldn't do things, I didn't try them. So when she, big things. So when she taught me after she taught me how to drive and let me get in her car and had the confidence and believe in it, but she believed in me. She believed that I could actually drive. So she risked her car and gave me her car. So this one's a little long, but to make a long story short, after she taught me how to drive, I sat there the next day, the next couple of weeks, and I thought about it. I said, wow, how many other things did I not do because I was simply afraid? And that was the day, like a few days after that is why I decided to myself that I was going to make a record. I said, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to make me a record if it kills me. And nothing's going to stop me. And so I got the Domino's pizza job, started saving money. I stopped eating, buying food. I was just eating pizza. My shoes had holes in them. I remember Ernie actually gave me a pair of sneakers. A guy for the people who were down the bottom. Ernie gave me a pair of sneakers, man. I remember that. Never forgot it. A pair of Cortez Nikes. Interestingly enough, I got a call about a few weeks ago. There was a kid, there was a grown man actually, who him and his son had lost their home, and they needed a bunch of stuff, and I had a pair of brand new Cortez Nikes, and I took them to this guy for his son, and it was just like ironic that I get to do the same thing for somebody else. But anyway, so what I did was I saved all my money up, and I bought the equipment to record Discombobulator. I found out where the studio was in Philadelphia where I could record the record. I found out that we had a pressing plant at the time called Disc Makers. It was in 4th and Callaway. I think it's now it's in I think they moved to Pensacola, New Jersey. Disc Makers did. And so anyway, I got all the research together and found out how to make a record, and I made that record. But I do not believe that record would have been made if Tammy didn't give me the confidence to drive, and then I found out that I was better than I thought I was, and or better than what people told me I wasn't when I was young. So anyway, that's it. That's my Discombobulator story today. You got to get over your fears. If you got a little one in your life and you're telling them they're nothing and they're nobody, and you think hard love works, it works to a certain extent, but there's a lot of sadness that comes with it. So watch what you say to your kids. I love y'all. Thank you. Discombobulator. I had to do this early in the morning. This was a hard one. Peace.
But what's the use? Then I threw the fucking cat on the goddamn roof.